Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout takes place at a catchweight of 176 pounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing CMAC and bringing into the cage in red corner, 3 wins and 3 defeats, presenting Conor Nolan! And introducing the opponent fighting out of the red corner, representing SPG Cork. Give it up for Dan O'Sullivan!
The welterweight Conor Nolan in the middle. The middleweight v welterweight split the difference, and here we go. Dan just comes out with a heavy pace, doesn't he, every time he fights?
He just has that work rate and that mentality of just pushing you back and making you uncomfortable. The kind of the Chrome Gracie mentality of just no matter what, you're going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, he throws everything at his opponent. Sometimes to his detriment, he runs out of diesel the odd occasion because he's trying so hard to finish the fight. And he's right here in Conor Nolan's face. Nolan's a very, very accomplished striker. Plenty of MMA bouts to his record so far, along with some K1, Thai experience. And
I'd like to see Dan come out with some sort of grapple-heavy attack in this particular fight. I think he has the advantage in the kind of the wrestling department, but
doesn't need to be getting into a stand-up exchange with a striker of Conor Nolan's technical prowess. Nolan just staying calm, tidier-looking shots so far. Whereas Dan's trying to just find those openings, but you can see Nolan's a little more accomplished there.
Dan landing a heavy shot in the pocket there. A nice uppercut, kind of knocking Conor's head a little bit back. But
yeah, and it's Nolan that connects to O'Sullivan. Both very busy fighters. Nolan's had 6 bouts since October 21. 3-3 record, very unlucky to come out the wrong side of a decision against Blaine McGill in his last bout.
Conor dancing around here and kind of landing the better shots at range.
Yeah, and he just keep his opponent on the end of those shots. O'Sullivan's had 6 bouts in just over a year. Last bout was here, the fight of the night winner, PFC 3 against Darragh Ward, and that was last August. So he's had a little bit of time off since.
A lot of volume strikes thrown here. Not necessarily looking to knock each other out with one punch like we saw in the last bout, but a high volume of strikes to kind of break the opponent down over the 3 rounds. The gum shield has just gone out there.
Gum shield's gone. O'Sullivan's, I think. Referee Adrian Elbert straight in.
You can see both fighters after 90 seconds or so of fighting, possibly 2 minutes with their kind of the mouths open, is really high pace here.
Yeah.
Dan just getting stuck in here. He's really, really trying to put a pace on Conor. Conor is not shying away from any of these exchanges, though. He just landed a nice shot.
Yeah, Sullivan's trying to make it into a brawl, which is the right thing to do against a tidy technical striker. Either get a hold of him and put him on his ass, or make it into a brawl, get him tired, make the fight exciting. Big knee up the middle, body shots from O'Sullivan, landing well. Good work. The pinky finger and free it from the grasp of the glove, and it's done. And we look like we're ready to get back in the action. We're underway, and they're straight in each other's faces again.
I can hardly believe this is only the second round. It seems like so much happened in that first round. It's like 2 rounds have taken place.
There's definitely a hell of a lot of shots thrown from both sides.
Dan finding success with the jab out of the southpaw stance.
Yeah, just proven to be a bit of an awkward customer for Nolan to read, isn't he?
Absolutely, and Nolan's kind of finding his shots here now a little bit better. I think calibrating his distance and his range in the first round.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Just getting his timing. Nice shot there from O'Sullivan. Nolan tried to return with an uppercut of his own, narrowly missed the target. After coming out the end of a frustrating decision loss in his last bout, Nolan will be eager to do something decisive in this bout.
Sometimes 9 minutes you get in the cage, you can get lulled into kind of a false sense of security. You think you have more time than you actually have, and then all of a sudden it's over.
Yeah.
Coach Liam O'Griffin urging Dan to move his head a little bit more in the striking exchanges prior to the clinch.
Good work using that underhook from Nolan just to create that space, get his back off the cage. Sullivan wound up on that one and ended up eating a shot for his troubles. T. Kyo in the corner of Conor Nolan calling for more feints. Nothing landing in that exchange. And his left hook found its home.
It would appear, sorry to cut across, it would appear that Dan is maybe the slightly more muscular fighter. In his legs, he's got kind of power. He can sit down and squat into a stance and land kind of the heavier shots out of the southpaw stance. But Conor landing kind of longer range shots.
Yeah, he needs to keep the distance, being the longer fighter. Find some accuracy with those hands and just keep O'Sullivan working on the outside, upset his rhythm by picking him off. Seems to be landing the tidier shots at the moment. O'Sullivan not really landing as much as he was in round one. Neither fighter really pulling clear just yet. Sullivan stepped in and just getting touched a couple of times then as a result. There's that left hand. You can see there's volume landing, like you said, from Nolan. Not a heck of a lot of power, but they start adding it up, and those hands are starting to find a home now.
Keith Kyo and Alex urging Conor to move forward and throw more shots.
Yeah, he's definitely finding a home with those gloves now, isn't he? He's touching the chin with Sullivan with a bit more regularity. Connects now to the body, round to the back, little body lock, connects the hands. Almost dumped O'Sullivan forward, the cage stopped him. And there's the end of round two. Better round two for Conor Nolan for sure.
Dan O'Sullivan beckoning on his foe here, arms out wide.
Looks like he's got plenty of energy left in the tank anyway. Still another round to go. Again, we don't know what the scorecards are going to be reading just yet. It's been an intriguing bout so far.
Dan grappling from the start of the round.
Yeah, change of tactics, but doesn't get the takedown. Good balance there from Conor Nolan. He's blocking a lot of those shots. And a little re-entry there by O'Sullivan. Is he going to get the takedown this time? Nolan swims the leg to the outside. Creates that little bit of space. Breaks away. There we go, nice 1-2 lands there from Nolan. And again, overcommits that time.
Fatigue seeming to kick in a little bit for Dan in this third and final round.
Yeah, he shot that one from a little bit of a way out. Nolan doing well. He's keeping good weight distribution over his 2 feet when he's throwing those shots. He's not overcommitting too much. Bit of Dan Severn-esque dirty boxing going on from both sides there.
You said it there.
But O'Sullivan just keeps coming, doesn't he?
O'Sullivan has no quit in him at all, and I'm sure his cardio is one of his biggest assets in the gym. I'm sure he prepares to kind of knows he's going to need that in his fights, because that's kind of the style he has.
He's using that engine to good effect. He's pushing that pace. He's still in the face of Conor Nolan. But we can see the form, the posture, the balance of Nolan. He's keeping it a little tidier, keeping everything down the centre. And that very likely will help on the judges' scorecards. A little bit more accuracy, precision. We can see it there. O'Sullivan just wants to take his head off. Sometimes O'Sullivan is just walking into the hands of Nolan. Again, we're in that clinch, dirty boxing position.
Just a grueling contest here.
Yeah, he's just not giving Nolan any breathing space. Nolan would love to stay on the outside, just pick his opponent off, but O'Sullivan just keeps coming. Big knee to the body there from O'Sullivan. Heart on display from SPG Cork fighter, but Nolan again finding that uppercut up the centre. Gets his chance now to push O'Sullivan into the fence. Is he going to get a takedown out of his own? Pushed off, shrugged off, but again, back out into the open space.
Nolan winning the uppercut exchanges.
Dogged third round from both fighters.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to your judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge number 1 scores this bout 29-28 O'Sullivan. Judge number